In this video, let's talk about the impact of good sleep versus bad sleep on your productivity. And it has actually a tremendous impact on your productivity because if you don't get enough sleep.
This video is brought to you by OppiPies Academy.
Or bad sleep, you're going to have less ability to focus the next day. You're going to let stress get to you. You're going to have grogginess, no motivation. You're not going to want to do as much. You're not going to be able to do as much. You're going to make more errors in your work because you're going to be able to focus less. Your focus is going to be worse. Your mind is going to be a little more fuzzy than usual. I'm sure you know that experience where you're a little sleepy, a little bit less alert, and so you just catch problems less often. You make more mistakes, and it's going to result in bad work. Often that work that has to be fixed or redone, or like when I worked in software engineering, a lot of the bugs that I used to add into the code used to be the result of I wasn't as alert. And then guess what? Then the time spent debugging, finding the bugs, then fixing the bugs, it's like 3 times more work. But if I had gotten more sleep, I wouldn't have made the errors in the first place. It doesn't prevent all errors, obviously, but it prevents so many. And the work would have been so much faster and better, just from being alert, just from having been rested. And of course, internally in your mind, you have less cognitive ability when you don't get enough sleep. And so you practice less mindfulness. You have worse short-term memory. Your retention in learning is worse. And if you find yourself fighting yourself, like for example, maybe focus is your issue, or maybe stress is your issue, or maybe overeating is your issue when you're stressed or something like that. When you are alert, you're able to fight those negative things better. When you are sleepy and groggy, that's when you fall prey to them. And fixing your sleep actually will go a long way to fixing the things in which you kind of fight yourself. And once you conquer those things, your productivity goes way up through the roof because it's something that holds you back. So how do you get more or better sleep? Well, for better sleep, you want to decrease screen time before going to bed, and you want to go to sleep around 10 or 11 p.m. and maybe up at 6 or 7 a.m. Studies show that actually you get better sleep if you go to sleep at, let's say, 10 p.m. rather than midnight. If you still get the same amount of hours of sleep, generally the quality of the sleep is better if you go to bed earlier. And if you do go to bed earlier, you're going to be able to wake up earlier with more energy, refreshed, ready to go, which is going to help to solve a lot of your motivation issues, procrastination issues, etc., etc. So let's talk about how to get better sleep. I'm not a sleep expert per se. There's whole entire researches, studies, courses on how to get better sleep. These are going to be just basics of sleep. Deeper darkness helps you sleep better. So what does that mean? Dim outside lights with better window shades. Have you ever been in a hotel room where they have window shades that are just complete pitch blackout? You can block out everything. You can invest and buy those kinds of window shades for your bedroom. And if you make it pitch black for yourself, then immediately you're going to sleep better. And when dawn breaks and when it becomes light outside, that's not going to get into your bedroom. That's not going to wake you up. And if you have a lot of street lamps, they're not going to wake you up. So your brain is going to know, okay, we're going to sleep. Also, if you do exercise or activities that cause you to have stress or adrenaline going in the evenings, don't do those. For example, I have like a Wednesday night indoor soccer game where I get really pumped up and it's really high paced and I have a lot of adrenaline, but then I cannot fall asleep and then my sleep is bad. Then my next day is terrible because I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I overeat, and all that exercise goes to waste that I did the day before, and I get less done. It's still fun. It's a fun activity, but it's a trade-off. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be more productive the next day, or do you want to have the fun activity? If you're focusing on productivity, then probably you want to eliminate the adrenaline driving activities. Also, you want to eliminate even more light around your home by turning off blinking electronics. You know how like TV has a little LED light, the phone might have a little LED light, a lot of your little electronics have little LED lights. They all add up and they make the room a little lighter. The same with your maybe internet modem has a bunch of blinking lights. They just add a little light, all that prevents you from sleeping better. And also, if there's noises outside, you can buy a very cheap white noise machine. Basically, it just goes like zzz, so that it reduces all the noises, maybe from the outside, anywhere else, and so they don't wake you up. So you sleep longer and better. And sometimes getting better sleep is just a matter of just having that internal dialogue with yourself and allowing yourself to relax and stop your mind from racing and going over and over things that happened the previous day or that might happen tomorrow. Just relax and kind of ease into your sleep. Let your worries go away and come back to your worries the next day. But just allowing yourself to relax, kind of having that internal dialogue, does actually go a long way to relaxing. And you can also invest in bed and pillows that suit specifically the type of sleep that you have. Maybe you need softer pillows, harder pillows. Maybe you sleep on the side, on your back. You can talk to like a sleep specialist or research this and see what suits you better. Harder bed, softer bed, maybe some kind of a new bed that has cool features. And investing in that is a fantastic investment because it impacts every day of your life. So those are the productivity tips related to your sleep.